Hello ladies, I'm Carla, the founder of the Feminine Energy. Welcome to this channel, or welcome back. So today on this video I want to talk about how feminine energy can heal trauma. So I hope you can hear me, because I'm in the car, as you can see. I have my air conditioning on because it's so hot in here. It's summer, in the middle of the summer, and it's really hot. It's not warm, it's really hot. So I cannot be in my car, without air conditioning, but it's just a bit too noisy. So I'm just lowering it down a little bit. So I hope you can hear me, because I just hear noise. So I think it's okay now. So yes, I want to talk about how feminine energy can heal trauma. And that is something that there was a lady asking me this on the Feminine Energy group on Facebook. So if you're not there, I would like to invite you to join our group on Facebook. It's the biggest group about feminine energy on Facebook. And there's so many lovely ladies there. We're all in this together, and we're all helping each other, and giving, sharing, and it's a beautiful place. So I will invite you to join. So, and I want to talk about that. So I want to talk about how feminine energy can heal trauma. So a lot of us women, we have trauma, it comes from childhood, or when we're a teenager, or even in our when we're adulthood, when we're early adults. And I feel like this is something that it's not very much discussed, and it should be, because we don't just acquire trauma when we are a child. When we are a teenager, we also can acquire trauma in your 20s or 30s. For example, if you have a bad marriage, you can gain trauma from that, or from a workplace, a place where it's really horrible and you work there. You can also gain trauma for that. So there's many different ways to gain trauma, and a lot of women, we very often end up with wounds, emotional wounds that come. A lot of them come from childhood, come from our parents, from the way we were raised. Or, for example, it can be wounds about abandonment. It can be wounds about not feeling seen, not being validated, not being listened to, like our emotions are not valid, or like feeling that our parents are not there for us when we need them, or they're emotionally unavailable, or they're just not present, etc. And that's, very often we have like parents who would give us breadcrumbs of affection, or no affection at all. There's many ways to gain trauma, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is how to heal that through feminine energy. What happens is, when we acquire that trauma, in order to protect us, we put on this armor, this hard armor. So very often we become emotionally unavailable ourselves. We are focused too much on achievement, focused too much on validation from others, on getting stuff done, on proving our value, and we disconnect from a feminine energy as women. So what does this mean? It means you don't listen to yourself. You don't listen to how you feel. You don't honor how you feel. You don't honor your desires. For example, you might feel exhausted, but you keep pushing. You keep pushing and forcing yourself to be productive, or to work, or get things done. Maybe you are in a relationship, or in a job that just kills your soul, and you keep going. You keep being there, you keep going there, and you're not listening to yourself. You're not listening to how you feel. It's not good for you, or you feel like you have to prove your value. You're always being productive. You're always doing things for others. You are people pleaser. You are codependent, etc. So the trauma, it plays in many different ways in your life. So because you are disconnected from your feminine essence, because feminine essence is not about doing, it's about being. But when we are disconnected from our feminine essence, we focus so much on the doing. because very often we are seeking that validation on others, on work, on other people, on relationships, etc., etc. So how can feminine energy heal that? It can heal that because it's time for you to stop. Instead of having your nervous system constantly activated, you will learn to calm down your nervous system, to regulate your nervous system, because feminine energy is about being. And if you have been living in trauma, with trauma patterns, you haven't been living in being. You have been living doing, from masculine traits, with achievements and goals and etc. So it's about shifting into being. It's about shifting into connecting with yourself, because you cannot heal trauma and wounds and move on with your life if you don't connect with yourself. So you will never find the way to heal, and to shift, and you never find that in anyone else. It's not in a relationship with someone else. It's not in a job. It's not in a business. It's not in a place. It's in you. It's inside you. And that's what a lot of people avoid doing. Especially if you have an avoidant attachment system, that's exactly what you're gonna avoid doing. It's take a good look of you. And I'm just laughing because I'm not laughing because I used to be like that. So I know what I'm talking about, because I used to be like that as well. I would avoid looking at myself and looking at my own shit, so to speak. Pardon my French. So, but that's what needs to be done. You have to look at yourself. You have to face yourself. You have to connect to your heart, to how you feel. And sometimes I have women telling me, I don't even know how I feel. Yeah, because that's trauma playing, because you are so disconnected. So it's time to stop. Embodying your feminine energy will make you stop, will make you slow down. It make you have to look at yourself, how you feel, and be very, very honest with yourself. Okay, this relationship is not making me feel good. This is not good for me. I'm getting so much, I'm having breadcrumbs in return. This job is killing my soul. I hate what I'm doing. I hate being stuck in an office 9 to 5. I don't like, this makes me feel bad. And start listening to that. Stop ignoring it. Start listening, because that's the key to your freedom. That's the key to your shift. It's you start honoring your needs. You don't need someone else honoring your needs or honoring how you feel. You need to do that yourself. So it's basically reparenting yourself. Be your own mother. Be your own father. Start listening to yourself. Start validating yourself, and start telling yourself, my feelings are valid, my needs are valid, and you start giving to yourself everything that you never had. Everything that you have, you didn't have, maybe you didn't have from your parents, maybe you didn't have from your spouse, from your boyfriend, whatever, from your friends, whatever. You will stop seeking that in others, and you start giving that to yourself. In other words, you start nurturing yourself, because that's what feminine energy is. Feminine energy is nurturing. It's a nurturing energy. So you have to start nurturing yourself, taking good care of yourself, treating yourself amazingly well, giving yourself all the goodness in the world. Rest if you need, and you don't need to explain that to anyone, or give explanations, or or apologies. No, you just do it. Okay, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I need to rest. If someone else doesn't understand, that's their problem, right? It's because you've been putting everyone else first for a long time. Now it's time to put yourself first. Not in a selfish or entitled way, but in a way that you pour to yourself, because you cannot pour to others if you don't pour to yourself first, right? That's what feminine energy is. It's nurturing yourself, and by taking so good care of you, by listening to your needs, by giving love to yourself, by nurturing your desires, by truly listening to yourself, that's how you heal. That's how your wounds will become smaller. That's how they start to heal, right? And that's what embodying your feminine energy does, because your feminine energy is your essence. It's like a return to yourself, a return to your essence. Before the world told you who you had to be. No, you now decide who you want to be from your truth. But in order to live your best life and, shift your patterns and embody, your feminine energy, you need to nurture the relationship with yourself, because that's the most important relationship you ever have in your life, right? Other relationships come and go, but the relationship you have with yourself is the most important one. And in order to heal, you have to heal the relationship you have with yourself first, and raise your standards, because as you start listening to yourself, you will become so aware of all the BS that you accepted in your life in your past. You will like, oh my God, what was I thinking? You will have a lot of these moments. Oh my God, what was I thinking? How could I accept that? How could I accept that person in my life? How could I accept that situation? You will have a lot of this, and you will have a lot of emotions to release. So, because that's what feminine energy is feeling all the feels, feeling all the emotions, let them all out. Cry your heart out if you need to. Have a good crying session. Especially if you're one of those people who don't cry, never cry. Have a good crying session. It's very good for you. It will help you release all the stuck emotions, all that heaviness that's inside you, because that's all there is. It's just peeling the layers of that heaviness. Because the feminine energy, it's a feminine energy. It's an energy of kindness, of softness. So be kind to yourself. Be soft with yourself. Be nurturing to yourself. That's how you heal. And you will, when you realize the things you accepted in the past and what you truly want in life, you will start raising the standards. You start having boundaries. Start raising the standards. And you will start embodying new patterns. You let go of old patterns that were based on trauma and wounds, and you start learning new patterns, new ways of living. You start knowing what normal is. I'm not talking about something extraordinary. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about normal, living a normal life. A normal life has stability. It's not an up and down roller coaster. It has stability, it has peace. It has safety. You will start to feel safe. So that's what feminine energy can do for you, and how you heal trauma with feminine energy. And there's no magic formula. It's really about going within, connecting with yourself. If you want to know how to do this, I have a wonderful book. It's on sale on my website. It's also on sale on Amazon. You can go there, see the amazing reviews. I think my book is, I'm very happy that this book is making such a big difference in so many women's lives. I'm really, really happy when I get a new review from someone. I'm thinking, my God, that's my purpose. I've been on this journey for 12 years, and I want to help other women as well living their best lives, because that's what we're here for. Right? It's to live our best lives. So get the book. The book is in the description of this video, the link to the book. Get it, and join the group, join the Facebook group on the feminine energy. I hope to see you there, and let me know in the comments what do you think. Have a nice day.